You already may know this, but beyond just Google searches, things like ChatGPT and Claude are taking over the search engine landscape, and that affects your school as well. And you might be thinking, what is the fastest, easiest, honestly, simplest way to help your school get to the top of both search engine results and ChatGPT? And the answer is simple. It's getting reviews for your school. Now, back in April 2025, Google got rid of all reviews attached to schools, both Christian schools, private schools, charter schools, public schools, any school you can think of. They removed reviews from their specific Google business profiles. And if you look up why they got rid of the reviews, they were trying to prevent what they called prank reviews, or also just trying to, I don't want to say destroy the other schools, but make the other schools look worse than your own school, or people who worked for one school bad-mouthing another school for things that were completely outside the school's control. But Google has also said that that even though they're getting rid of reviews off their platform, reviews are still one of the top ways you can climb the search results for their platform. And we also know for a fact that ChatGPT prefers user-generated content over creator-created content, which would mean like your website or your social media platforms, because they want to get real, credible answers to what your school is all about. And so reviews are the single greatest way that you can help your school go from the bottom to, if not the top, at least somewhere in the top 3 for any one search results. And so you might be thinking of, okay, Mark, so if we can't get reviews on Google anymore, where on earth do we get those reviews? And we'll get to those in a second. But before we do, I want to talk about the 3 things about why reviews actually matter for your school. Number 1, social proof. Potential families don't want to hear about what you have to say about your school. They want to hear from other people who have actually experienced your school. Number 2, trust signals. Google and Bing and ChatGPT, all these other places, actually connect your school's reviews to your profile. Specifically, if you look at Google Business Profile, you will see maybe by your school or other schools that there are reviews from other places, and they attach those to your school. And when they see that people really like your school, they want to recommend your school, because Google's entire job is to provide good, accurate search engine results. And if people like your school, they like your school, they think other people are going to find your school helpful, so they will put you at the top of those search results. And number 3, content. As I've already said, if someone ChatGPTs or Claude or Perplexity or whatever AI your school, they are pulling in content about your school, and they don't take content from just what you say about your school, which they do take that off your website. They also take into account what other folks say as well. So reviews are good, but if we are trying to give a good, trustworthy signal, if we're trying to provide good content, if we're trying to turn online visitors into enrolled families, good reviews are not always enough. Great reviews are best. And how you can get a great review is you need to guide your currently enrolled families, the parents, or your alumni on how to actually leave a great review. So don't just tell people, hey, leave us a 5-star review over here on this platform. That would be great. Actually give them prompts and go into detail about what that review should include, such as, what does their child like best about the school? Have they, as a parent, had any good interactions with school leaders or administrative staff or teachers in general? Who are they, and maybe what were those interactions like? Have they connected well with other parents? What is the culture and community of the school like? Have they found that their kid is excelling not just academically, but socially as well? And the next question then is, okay, so we need reviews. We want parents to get reviews. We should prompt parents on reviews. But when should we ask these parents and our parents to leave reviews? And the answer is simple. You should never stop asking for reviews for your school. Here's a simple rule of thumb, okay? Anytime you gather as a school for an assembly and parents are there, you should ask them to leave a review. And not just ask them to leave a review, you need to make it painfully simple for them to leave a review. For example, so I went to the middle school, and I went to 3 different ones. Middle school and elementary. They dropped the lower elementary one this year. But the Christmas program, there was so much dead time in between certain groups going onto the stage, coming off the stage. Let's just be honest, as much as I love all the other kids in the school, if my kid isn't singing, I really don't care. We had a good time, but there's so much dead time or space or gaps in these programs. Why not put a QR code on your program and say, hey, Please scan this QR code while you have a minute, and please leave a review. And here's a few prompts to help make sure that your review is fantastic. There's time to do it. Why not ask them to do it? So again, anytime you have a school assembly, whether it's a specific like Christmas chapel, Thanksgiving chapel, spring chapel, or you have a different like parent info night, or you have some sort of party where parents are there connected, make sure you ask your parents to leave a Google review, and don't just ask them, but give them the tools so they don't have to think. They could just scan on their phones, go and leave that review instantly. And then if you want to take it a next step with your review, don't just ask your currently enrolled families for a review, but make sure you reach out to your alumni for reviews as well. Because parents can tell you what it's like for their kids currently at the school, but people also want to know is, can your school set my child up for success? And if you can talk to your alumni and have your alumni leave amazing reviews of what their experience was like, that is a fantastic way to take those reviews from just a 5-star, like, oh, I had a great time there, to going to, I had a great time. I got my master's at this place. I got my PhD at this place. I am now using my education for this. And maybe even now they can say, hey, I love the school so much, I sent my kids back to that school and they love it as well. Reviews like this go a long way because, again, it's not just you saying our school is great, but it's actually other people reading other people's experiences. And in today's culture, social proof and social reviews are the number one way to actually not just even get yourself to the top of Google, but help turn those online visitors into enrolled families. But then once people actually find your school's website by these reviews and they want to learn more, you want to make sure that your school actually shows up well. And here at Christian School Websites, we make sure that you have a great website in place. So if you do not have a great website, or not even just a great website, but you might thinking, okay, maybe it's time for us to get a new website. For less than half of your school's tuition, you can get a website that is optimized for SEO, optimized for AI, search integrations, and also can make sure that all the information is there to help turn these families into potentially enrolled families, and at least schedule a visit or ask more information. I just realized that I never told you where you should be gathering these reviews for your school. All in all, outside of Google, outside of Bing, outside of those primary search engine places, there are 3 places that Google actually pulls from and will connect to your profile. And those 3 places are niche schools, great schools, and Facebook. So make sure that when you are asking for reviews, you're primarily pointing to those 3 places: niche schools, great schools, and Facebook. And when you ask for reviews and you use those QR codes, make sure you mix it up. So maybe for one event, all the links go to niche. The next event, all go to great schools. Next event, they'll go to Facebook, and you just keep rotating them around. But needless to say, if you want your school to get to the top of search engines and also have a great representation inside of ChatGPT when people are trying to find the best type of school near them based on maybe their experience, you got to make sure reviews, that was a bit of a tongue twister. You got to make sure reviews are an integral part of your marketing strategy to help turn online visitors into enrolled families.